Bada bing, bada boom.
Finding love is not easy, especially when you're competing against 3,900, almost 4,000 other people for the attention of just one person. 4,000 people are writing letters to one man to get him to fall in love with them. You really only have one shot. How do you get his attention? How do you stand out? How do you not be so boring? Maybe some people think I'll include some pictures, but how do you make those stand out? Maybe they're nude. Well, no, because the nude photos, they get flagged, and he's not even going to be able to read them. Hundreds of people have already tried, and sure enough, they've been flagged for being, quote, inappropriate. But how else are they supposed to stand out? Do you just write what you're thinking straight onto the page? I think I can change you. I know you've been hurt, but I'll be with you. I can see the pain in your eyes. I know you feel sorry. It's kind of like The Bachelor. Everybody is fighting for this one man's affections. Who's going to come out on top? Who is he going to pick? Only this man is not The Bachelor. He's a killer. He has committed double homicide. He killed 2 people in cold blood and has gone viral on TikTok for being hot. They call him the Deadpool killer, the Joker. People want to be his Harley Quinn. And now thousands of people from all over the world are writing to him, believing that they can be the ones to change him. Make a killer go good again. This is the case of Wade Wilson.
That is crazy. Hello, I'm Giovanni Hall Art, and today I'm just streaming, just doing some final cleanup work. It's a chill session, nothing special today. But yeah, let's go into some podcasts. All right, let's go. Giovanni Hall Art. Links in the bio.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support the National Network to End Domestic Violence. They are a nonprofit organization dedicated to creating a social, political, and economic environment in which partner-related, workplace, and stalking violence no longer exist. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we would also like to thank you guys for your continued support as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. As always, full show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. Just a few quick disclaimers for today's case. There are mentions of suspected SA and somewhat graphic descriptions of injuries, as well as brief mentions of substance abuse. The majority of the research was pulled from the court trial itself, and the longest day of testimony lasted about 9 hours. Just for one of the days. So for the purpose of time, as always, some statements have been condensed. With that being said, let's get into it. Monday mornings are usually for regrets and headaches. The weekend is over, everything is back to reality, and it's not a good feeling. It's not great. In Fort Myers, Florida, Mila, she's freaking out. Her car was basically stolen from the bar last night, from the Buddha bar. Her $80,000 car is now gone. Stephanie, another resident, she can't get in contact with her best friend Christine that she went to the Buddha bar last night with.
What is a Buddha bar?
It's like a club called the Buddha bar.
Oh.
Yeah, Jason, another resident, is at work. He's hungover, he's exhausted, and then all of a sudden the doors open, police walk in, and they want to talk to him about, what did you see at the Buddha bar last night? And Wade, 25-year-old Wade Wilson, is standing in line Monday morning at this print shop. It's like where you can buy those giant prints, like printed storefront posters or art prints. He's standing in line behind another customer who's already being helped by the owner of this print shop. And it seems like both the customer and the owner that's behind the counter, they keep glancing at Wade. They keep looking at him and acting like he's not there, acting like they don't see him or the condition that he's in, because this man is shirtless. He's also shoeless, missing a couple of teeth, and he's got blood smeared like all over his torso. Just, he's covered in blood.
What do you mean missing a couple of teeth? Like his front tooth?
A few teeth are knocked out. He's waiting for his turn to talk to the owner because he needs to tell him what the hell happened at the Buddha bar last night. Sunday night at the Buddha bar in Florida is probably the perfect time for someone who wants to be at a bar. You get to enjoy the live music and dance and drink, but it's not as packed as every Friday, Thursday, even Saturday. You don't want to be shoulder to shoulder with people in this sweaty, humid room. It's busy, but it's not overly crowded. You actually get to socialize with some of the people there. It's not the craziest crowd, which is perfect for Mila. She just wants to have a little bit of a low-key night. Mila walks into the Buddha bar, maybe 10:30 p.m. She has this thing, okay? Mila has this thing where she never brings a purse with her. She likes to be hands-free. Her phone, her work phone, she's got 2 phones, her business cards, her wallet, her keys, everything goes into her pockets. She just stuffs it in there. And if it doesn't fit into her pockets, she usually has somebody with her that has bigger pockets than her, like her boyfriend.
I'm not gonna lie, I can totally relate to that. When I go out, especially when I'm gonna be about on the road, I do not like having things on my body. I just carry the bare minimum. It's my phone and my card and keys. I hate carrying a bunch of things.
Wait, she gives him the keys to her $80,000 Dodge Hellcat. It's like a muscle car. He has the keys to her $80,000 Dodge Hellcat in his pocket, and the two start partying it up at the bar.
So Mila is dating Wade
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes, and she's at the bar with him, and he's got the keys to her car. Now, outside the bar, Amy just pulls into the parking lot, and she sees this sleek gray Hellcat parked outside. She's like, that's perfect. That's my best friend Mila's car, which means Mila's inside. Amy's here to see Mila. She grabs her bag, gets out the car, and she starts walking in. She's known Mila for maybe 10 years now, and this is the kind of friendship where it appears they don't really see each other too often, and when they do, it's like no time has passed. They hadn't seen each other in a really long time at this point when Mila and Amy decide, let's meet up at the Buddha bar. How about Sunday night? I mean, it's kind of the perfect night. I want to introduce you to my new boyfriend, Wade, and you live like a mile away from the bar, so it's perfect. Amy lives a mile away from the bar. So she shows up to the bar. It's going to be a fun night. And she's trying to find Mila in this crowded, loud, Mila! And next to Mila is her boyfriend, the one that she's been talking about so often, the one that Amy's supposed to meet. And the first thing that Amy notices is this guy is tall. This guy is probably 6'6". He's tall. And next to Mila, he looks even taller considering she's what, 5'2"? She's tiny. He also seems nice. He seems charming even. Wade Wilson, nice to meet you. Oh, Amy, nice to meet you too. The three of them, they grab drinks, they're hanging out, they're dancing. And then it happens. This is the one thing that every friend who goes out with couples, they dread. The couple starts fighting. They start arguing and the whole energy just goes south. It's sour. They're arguing at the bar because they just want to do different things. Wade wants to leave the bar right now and go to a guy friend's house and maybe do a little bit of drugs. Mila, she doesn't want to do any of that. It's Sunday night. She wants to go home early. She'd rather either stay here at the Buddha bar, enjoy the music, dance like they agreed to do, or just go home at this point. She doesn't want to continue the night at somebody else's house, and she doesn't even know this person. And what is she supposed to do? Sit there and watch them do drugs? She just wants to go home. They're going back and forth, back and forth. Nobody wants to budge. Mila's like, I've told you at least 3 times that I don't want to go over there. Please stop pushing it. Besides, this bar is about to close. It's nearly 2 a.m. I think we should call it a night. The two step away from each other to cool off, and Amy's trying to stick by Mila's side. Maybe let's just head out, get some fresh air. I'm sure he's going to join us outside, and once he gets outside, maybe he'll change his mind. Maybe he'll be like, you know what, babe? Yeah, you're right. Let's go home. They walk outside the bar, and they hear a car engine rev and crack, and then they see a car speeding away. That's Amy's looking at the car. She's looking at Mila. She looks back at the car. Isn't that your car? Wade, Mila's boyfriend, had taken Mila's keys to her $80,000 car and had just driven off. Stranded his girlfriend at the Buddha bar. At the same bar, there are 2 other girls that have no relation to Mila and Amy, or at least not yet, Stephanie and Christine. Just like Mila and Amy, Stephanie and Christine have been friends for a really long time, and they're just trying to enjoy their Sunday night before the work week starts. The girls are about to leave when a man jumps in front of Stephanie. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I was just wondering, who's your friend? He kind of cocks his head towards Christine, who looks up at him. Hi, I'm Junior. Oh, this is my friend Christine. Stephanie's a little bit confused. Christine reaches out her hand, shakes Junior's. Christine, nice to meet you. And the three of them, Stephanie, Christine, and Junior, they start walking towards the bar and they start talking. I mean, it's very clear that Junior is very much interested in Christine at this point. He's so distracted, he almost forgets to introduce. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry, guys. Meet Jason, everyone. Jason, this is Stephanie, and this is Christine. They're like, hi, Jason. So the four of them, they enjoy their drinks together, and Christine is giving Stephanie the, oh, this is good. Like that look. He's cute. He's charming. He's friendly. He's so funny. Look at his clean shaven face. He's got the big dimples. Christine is joking to Stephanie. The guy that I was talking to earlier tonight, remember? He had just one dimple. This guy, Junior, he's got two dimples. Okay, the message is very clear. Stephanie and Jason are playing wingman tonight, so Christine and Junior can get to know each other. And they do. The girls are at the bar from 10 p.m.-ish to around 2 in the morning until the bar is closing up, and slowly everybody starts shuffling out of there. Things are going, honestly, very well at this point. Nothing feels forced. Nothing feels unnatural. The conversation is flowing so easily, and they're all standing in the parking lot for a second when it's suggested, why don't we just all go back to Jason's to finish off the night? Christine and Stephanie had Ubered to the bar, so it makes sense. It was kind of perfect. They get into Jason's car. Jason starts driving back to his place. They open up the front door. They're all giggling, all four of them, when they flip on the lights, and on the couch, sitting there, staring at them, walking in, is Jason's mom. And she's pissed. It's past 2 in the morning. It's Monday morning now, and Jason's been out all night long, and now he's brought home 3 people over.
How old is Jason?
I would say probably early to mid-20s.
Oh.
So everyone tries to make small talk with Jason's mom to kind of ease the tension. And it's not really working, so they all just run off into Jason's room to get away from the weird awkwardness. Jason's room is interesting. It's at the very back of the house, and there's a door to the backyard in his room.
So it connects to the
Yes,
backyard.
exactly. So Stephanie and Jason, they decide we're going to just step out into the backyard to hang out, give Christine and Junior some space to do whatever they want to do, because the two of them, they start having intimate relations pretty quickly inside of Jason's room. Now, I do want to mention, everybody here is an adult and it's consensual. Stephanie is the type of friend to fight somebody herself. She's the type to call the cops herself if she thinks even for a second that something is wrong. This is, by the way, Stephanie does tell this to authorities later on. Like, she is recounting the whole night, and so does Mila. There's a lot of testimonies here. Now, Stephanie says they're just adults that met at a bar. They're having some fun. And it was nice to see Christine enjoy herself once in a while. I mean, she's usually the one that's taking care of everybody. So it's nice to see that she's getting a break from all of that. Now, the four of them are there for a few hours, maybe. I mean, they kind of lost track of time when Junior pulls the girls aside and he tells them, this guy doesn't want us here anymore. We got to go. That's what he says. And it was at this point, Stephanie said, they realized, wait, these two guys, they don't know each other. Junior and Jason, they also just met at the bar tonight.
What?
She assumed that they had been friends. Like, they were under the impression that Jason and Junior had known each other and had arrived at the Buddha bar together as friends. But the way that he's saying, hey, this guy doesn't want us here anymore, it very much is indicating, I just met this guy.
And he just slept in his room?
Yes, with Christine. And so the whole thing is a little bit strange, but also not strange because it's not like anybody lied about it. It's almost like Stephanie and Christine just assumed. They made the assumption, right? And they just seem so natural. They seem like they had been friends for years. Now, it's unclear who offered or how this next plan comes into place. But the new plan for the rest of the night, I imagine it's maybe like 5, 6 in the morning at this point, is to go to Christine's house. Christine lives alone, so there's no mom that's going to be sitting in the living room waiting for them to get in. She does live with her cat, Monty, but other than that, she lives by herself. So they grab all of their stuff. They throw it into the car. This is actually Junior's car. That's also another revelation the girls are having. They're sitting in the car and they're like, wait, Jason drove this car to Jason's house, but now Junior's driving it. So apparently it was Junior's car that Jason drove. It's weird. It's a little bit weird. So they get into the car. Junior's in the driver's seat. He turns it on and the engine is so loud. I mean, especially because it's 5 in the morning and they know that all the neighbors are probably going to wake up to this. It's just revving so loud, practically waking everybody up. Junior puts his hand on the steering wheel, he puts his hands on the gear shift, and he starts backing out of the driveway, and the engine is getting louder and louder, but the car is not moving. The car is not even moving an inch. What the hell is happening? He tries to back out again, and the car engine revs loudly again. I mean, do you know how to drive your own car? Like, what's going on? Are you drunk? He doesn't seem drunk. Junior is fiddling around with the pedals, and it's not moving because it's not even his car. He had never driven a manual car before. This is a stick shift car. He's used to automatic cars. He's never driven a Hellcat before. This is his girlfriend's car, Mila's Hellcat, that he stole from the Buddha bar. And his name is not Junior. His name is Wade Wilson. And he is about to murder one of the girls in the car. Joshua, the owner